November 1st, 2017. Dear Diary, today has been wonderful so far. We finally moved to our new house. Samantha was so excited. She ran all through the house laughing and giggling. The moving men arrived maybe 10 minutes after we got to our house. We already have most of our furniture and boxes unloaded. I'm so very excited. I can't wait until we have everything unpacked. I just know everything is going to be so much better. I think I just heard the doorbell. BRB. Maybe the moving men are back from lunch already. Diary. That was weird. When I got to the door, no one was there. There was just a small cardboard box with my name, Nicole Harris, on it. And just like that, my happy mood is gone, and I'm scared. What if it's from Sammy's father, Greg? What if he has found us already? I really hope not. I really don't want to open the box, but my therapist told me time and time again, I can't let fear control my life. After all, that's why I write to you. I'm going to open it, but I better wait until Samantha goes to sleep. I don't need her seeing something bad and having more night terrors. November 2nd, 2017. Dear Diary, OMG. I opened the box. Now I don't know what to do. I had to take 2 of my Valiums just so I could write without shaking. It was worse than what I thought it was going to be. So much worse. I waited until Sammy fell asleep. I got out a box cutter and carefully opened the box. The whole time, I was certain it was something bad from Greg, Sammy's dad. It was not from Greg. Oh God. It was my GoPro. The same GoPro I loaned my sister, Sharmiza, a few weeks ago. It was scratched pretty badly, and I wasn't sure if it was going to work. I had a million questions running through my head at that point. Why didn't Sharmiza bring it to me herself? Did I want to see what was on it, if anything? The only reason I knew it was my GoPro is because I had my initials etched into the bottom. I checked to make sure. I was so scared, but I remembered my therapist. I booted up my Surface, plugged the SD card in my card reader, and clicked on the first video. The first thing I saw was my sister, and I was so confused. Until I watched it. It was my sister. It was Sharmiza, and oh God, I'm scared. I'm heartbroken. Now, I don't know what I saw. It doesn't make sense. It's like something out of a nightmare. Samantha's nightmares, to be exact. It can't be real, can it? If it's real, then Sharmiza, she's gone. I don't know what to do. If she's dead or missing? Who sent me this? Was it her? It's so hard to believe some of the things I heard and witnessed on the videos. Now, I don't know what to think. Oh, Sharmiza, I love you so much. Did I tell you that the last time I saw you? November 3rd, 2017. I've made up my mind. I'm going to do what I can to help. Maybe she's still out there. Maybe she's okay. I'm going to write everything down that I see on the tape, and I'm going to copy the SD card and send videos to Isaac through Dropbox. He'd know what to do. He is Sharmiza's best friend since middle school, and he has always been into all things horror. Hopefully he will see it soon, and maybe he can find her. I can't leave Samantha alone. I would go and look for Sharmiza myself, but I know that if something happens to me, then Sammy will go to Greg, and that can't happen. I have no choice but to hope that Isaac can help her. But I'm also going to write everything that I saw in the videos, exactly like it happened, in here so that if anything does happen, maybe someone will know the truth. Then, I'm going to turn this SD card over to the police. I doubt they will take it seriously, but I know my sister, and she has always been truthful. I don't think she would do something like this to scare me. I'll do my best to transcribe what I saw and what happened on the videos. Sharmisa is in her room, making a vlog entry. She's very pretty and has light brown, almost blonde hair and green eyes. She has dimples and a cheerful smile.
Hi, I'm Charisma Harris. I am sitting here at my desk in my dorm room recording the first part of hopefully what will be a very exciting documentary. Tomorrow I'm heading to Centralia, Pennsylvania with Jason Collins, my partner and friend in my final journalism class. I guess I should introduce myself a bit. Even though these notes are for me, you never know if someday I might be famous and this tape could be worth lots of money.
You can hear her giggling, and the sound of it just breaks my heart.
Like I said, my name is Charisma Harris. My real first name is Catherine, but man, that just sounds so stuck up and formal. I'm a pretty laid-back girl. I love writing, and I'm pretty nosy. I like to know the whole truth of a story. I think that's why I'm becoming a journalist. I want to be the first one to find out the truth of a mystery that no one else can solve. This is my final paper for my journalism class. So far, I have the highest grade in class, but I want to keep it that way. Jason and I were allowed to choose any place and anything we wanted to write about. I chose Centralia because I love a good mystery. My best friend in high school, Isaac, he'd be so jealous that I was going without him. He always wanted to go, but he chose Purdue and I chose Penn State. He's too far away for me to come along. Sad. Jason is a pretty good partner and a great friend. I think he may have a crush on me, but I'm just not worried about boys at this time in my life. I have my whole life to worry about boys and a family. Right now I want to become the best journalist that I can. So about Centralia. It's a ghost town. It was once a coal mining town that had thousands of people living there. Today I think there's 7 people left. Why the drop in the population, you ask? Well, because back in 1962 a fire got started down in those mining tunnels under Centralia. No one really knows how it got started, but it's still going, and it's estimated that the fire could burn for another 250 years. Because of this, the area has all sorts of hazardous sinkholes and poisonous levels of carbon monoxide in the smoke plumes. Did you know that in the 1980s a 12-year-old boy fell in a sinkhole in his backyard and was pulled out by his older cousin? Talk about lucky. After that, the population started dwindling, and by 2009, Governor Ed Rendell of Pennsylvania had ordered the entire town evacuated and demolished. A few people fought to stay there. They won in court after a long battle.
So
there's maybe 4 or 5 homes left in the whole town, but that's just an estimate. No one ever really seems to know the answer to how many people are really there. I intend to find out. Oh, and one more thing. The town's first Catholic priest, Father Daniel Ignatius McDermott, cursed the land when he was beat up by a gang of Molly Maguires, a secret society of coal miners that wanted fair wages and better working conditions. He said that the only building that would be left standing would be the church. Wouldn't you know it, he was right. I myself can't wait to go there. It's on my list. I'm so excited. I have a list of places in town I'd like to explore. The church, the cemetery by the church, the government building, and any houses that may still be left. You're not prohibited from visiting the town, but it's not really recommended. The south part of Route 61 has been closed and is now called Graffiti Highway due to all the graffiti and the impassable state of the roads, so we need to enter the town from the west part of Route 61. That will take us right into the town proper, and from there it's easy to navigate. Well, it's 10 p.m. and I think I better get some sleep. We have an early morning coming, and I'm not much of a morning person. I know Jason really isn't going to be happy either. Good night, all.
Now, the GoPro is on the dashboard, facing Sharmisa and Jason. Jason is a good-looking guy, with dusty blonde hair and faint circles under his chocolate brown eyes. Jason is starting up the car and preparing to head out. It's raining.
Hello again. It's Charisma and Jason. Say hello, Jason.
Hello. I'm not a morning person. Charisma, I'm all up for this trip, but we have to stop for some coffee.
Jason, we will. I promise. You should have gotten up a little earlier. I've already had like 3 cups.
What? You didn't bring any?
I'm sorry. I really should have. Tell you what. Let's stop at Sheets and I'll buy you some. My treat, okay?
Alright. That sounds like a plan.
Sharmiza is facing the camera.
Hello again, everyone. It's 7 a.m., October 30th, 2017. It's slightly rainy here, and the sun has just come out. Jason needs some coffee, and I was so excited I didn't think to bring any. To recap, we're driving down I-80 to hit the west part of Route 61. It should only be a few hours at most. I'm super excited, and Jason is, well, he'll be more excited once he gets some caffeine in him. Once we get to the town, I'll be back with more updates. No need to waste memory for the whole trip. Bye for now.
She reaches over and stops filming. Now, the camera is on a headband. Sharmiza is sitting in the passenger seat and looking forward. The car's hood is pulled up.
We have a problem. We must have gotten lost. I don't know how because I had my GPS on the whole time.
Charisma, there's something going on with the engine. Come look.
Sharmiza gets up and leaves the car to join Jason, who is looking at the engine with a very perplexed expression.
Jason, how did that happen? I thought you said you just took your car in for maintenance.
I did, but looks like there's corrosion on the battery. I don't understand it, but the battery's dead, and we need to jump it to be able to start the car back up.
Jason, we're on an abandoned highway. I don't think there's any chance of anyone coming by for a while. Do you have any cell service? My phone has no reception at all here.
No, none. I checked that first.
Well, that's just great. Looks like we're walking it then. There are some people in town, from what I heard. Maybe one of them will help, I hope. Maybe we'll get cell service by the time we get into town.
Okay, well, grab your backpack and the stuff you need. I guess we're going to hike.
Well, I suppose Jason and I have no choice but to walk to town now. Hopefully we can find someone who can help us jump the car. I'm not going to let a car breakdown force me to miss out on finding out more about this place. I know one thing, we need to be extra careful walking through this forest. There's still sinkholes and fire. I really don't like this, but we don't have much of a choice. I really should have known something weird was going on when the regular road changed into a rainbow graffiti-colored road.
Are you ready? I guess we better get going. At least it's not raining anymore.
Good point. I see a bend here. Let's go that way. From what I can see up ahead, there's a bend and some forest. We should only be a few miles outside of town. If we walk steadily, it should only take us about 45 minutes or less to get into town. This really wasn't how I planned on things going down, but it's okay. I mean, it's just a forest. I doubt there's anything out here that we need to worry about. Maybe deer, and I don't think they're going to hurt us. Wait, Jason, do you see what the sentence says? They can't hurt you if you're looking at them.
Whoa, that's creepy. I bet there's a lot of strange people that come here. It's probably nothing. Just someone trying to scare people.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, it doesn't even make sense anyway. Right there is where we need to go. We are now in the middle of a forest. We have come to the top of what looks to be a little hill. I still see so many trees, but I think I can see the spire of a church, maybe a few miles ahead. So we're definitely going the right way. It's very pretty out here. It's fall, so it's a bit nippy, but the leaves are so pretty. Everything is orange, gold, red. Just very beautiful. It's hard to believe that no one lives here, and even harder to believe that there's a fire burning, right?
Suddenly, the camera swivels around quickly.
What was that? Jason, did you see that?
And camera now faces him.
What? I didn't see anything. What did you see?
I could have sworn I saw something purple in the corner of my eye. You really didn't see anything?
Jason is raising an eyebrow.
Oh, come on, Jason, don't give me that look.
Charisma, don't freak yourself out. I'm sure it was nothing. It was maybe a bird or something.
A purple bird? No, it wasn't a bird. I know I saw something, but now that you mention it, I don't hear anything. No birds, no noises. Should it be this quiet out in the forest?
I really don't know. I'm not much of a hiker. This is the first time I've been out in the woods since I was a kid. Look, I'm sure it was nothing. You're probably just getting a little tired. We've been walking for about half an hour now. I'm sure everything's okay.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just getting tired. I think I'm going to stop filming for a little while, just till we get to the town. If I'm right, we should get to the cemetery first, then the town.
The camera is still mounted on Sharmiza's head, and there's a broken down black gate, and it looks like there's a dilapidated cemetery behind it.
We have finally made it to the cemetery. I'm pretty sure Jason and I got turned around a couple times. I think the walk that was only supposed to be 30 minutes or less ended up being about 2 hours. It's almost 1 p.m. now.
Jason makes a sound, and the camera swivels to his left.
What?
Try almost 2:30.
How is that possible? How do we lose time like that?
I don't know, but I can tell you. I have a watch on. It's almost 2:30.
Jason holds up his arm, and his watch comes into view. It says 2:26.
Your watch has to be wrong. There is no way that it's been 3.5 hours that we've been walking around in the woods.
I don't know. I've never had problems with my watch, but then again, I've never had trouble with my car or cell phone either. I really think it's this town.
Maybe.
They are quiet for a minute, and you can see the broken down gate right in front of them.
Well, here we are. It's taken longer than I wanted, but at least now we can actually look at a place that I wanted to check out.
Be careful. There's some piece of fence sticking out of the ground here.
Okay, I see it. Well, while I'm here, let's have a little recap about the cemetery. This is Oddfellow Cemetery. I can tell because of pictures I've seen online. I thought we were heading to SS Paul and Peter Cemetery, but somehow we got turned around, which makes no sense because we would have had to cross the road. But here we are. The cemetery is actually right next to the landfill. The landfill is an important spot because they speculated that is where the underground fire started in 1962. So I'm glad we're here, even if I didn't mean to go this way. Hey, where'd Jason go? Jason? Jason!
The view changes from left to right, over and over. You can tell that Sharmiza is walking faster.
Jason, seriously? Quit playing around. This isn't funny. Jason!
Hey!
Sharmiza shrieks.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. While you were talking, I went to get a better look at one of the tombstones over there.
He points to the left in front of the cemetery.
And I thought I saw something.
He stops talking and just looks at Sharmiza.
What? What did you see?
Jason mumbles and then looks away.
What?
I think I saw something big, and red, and possibly furry. Possibly with a pirate eye patch.
Sharmiza starts laughing. Jason looks at her with an irked expression. She seems to notice this and quiets down quickly.
You're serious? You aren't messing with me right now?
No, I'm not. I don't know how you're gonna give me a hard time when the whole time we were in the forest you kept saying you saw something purple.
Well, I have no idea what's going on. First we end up on a road we weren't traveling on, then the car breaks down, then we have no service. I kept seeing stuff and we got lost in the woods for hours. I really have no damn idea what's going on right now. And honestly, it's starting to freak me out.
At this point, Sharmiza goes quiet and walks over and sits on the broken stone. Jason walks over there to where she's sitting. The camera shifts a bit, so I think he put his arm around her.
Hey, it's okay. I think we're both just tired, a little frustrated. I'm sure I'm just imagining stuff. Didn't you say there was carbon monoxide in the smoke plumes? Maybe we're just hallucinating a little bit or something.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's possible. It's just that I don't believe in supernatural stuff, and all this weird stuff is happening. In high school, my best friend was crazy about horror stuff. I just never could believe anything like that. I've always believed that there's a rational explanation for everything, you know?
Well, I'm the same way, so yes, I know. Come on, let's get out of here. It's starting to get late, and we need to find someone before it gets dark.
Yeah, you're right. I'm pretty sure I know how to get to the town, well, what used to be the town, from here. Online it showed a few houses. Hopefully someone's home.
Okay, well, let's go.
We now can see a view of what looks like a paved road in the middle of a big field, where there's big trees. There are a few trees scattered around. One house is standing on the left side of our view, not too far away.
Well, we finally made it into town. I know I saw pictures of this online, but when you're here it's just, wow, it's just so vacant looking, so empty. It's like someone came and paved a road in the middle of the wilderness. There's so much trash everywhere, people's stuff. It's so sad. We still see a little bit of graffiti in places, too. You know, there was a mark of graffiti that said, "Don't take your eyes off them." Another one, just like the ones we saw on Route 61. I don't know, there must be some weird people that come out here. Jason and I are heading to that house up there on the left. There's cars in the driveway, so we're hoping someone's home. Someone has to have a phone or jumper cables, maybe.
Hey, look, there's 2 cars in the driveway. I hope these people are friendly.
Me too. Let's go knock.
We see a yellow, 2-story house with a chain-linked fence around it. 2 cars sit in the small driveway.
Okay, let's knock.
Jason knocks a few times and waits. You don't hear anything. The camera view moves left to right.
Knock again? Maybe a little louder?
Okay, I wish someone would answer.
Jason knocks 3 times in a row. No noise, nothing.
Well, I guess no one's here. Damn. Want to walk into the church over there on the hill?
Jason is looking through the glass on the wooden door.
Jason?
Oh, yeah. Let's walk up to the church.
Well, I guess I'm going to turn this off one more time. Trying to save memory for the SD card for when we can actually explore.
I see a set of steps going up a small hill. At the top of the hill is a huge white Gothic-looking church with blue spray sitting on top. It looks like it's starting to get dark now.
Well, it's dusk now. And if that's not the creepiest looking church I've ever seen, I don't know what is. Still want to go up there?
But yeah, I mean, it's a church. What's the worst that can happen in a church?
You're right. Let's go. Oh my God.
Sharmisa's head turns left to right, and we can see what appears to be an upside-down cross. 13 on each side of the church walls. She steps back, and Jason grabs her to hold her. And suddenly, we can hear the sound of a man clearing his throat.
Hello.
Sharmisa looks to the left, and we see a short, round-looking man. He looks like a priest, but I noticed he had a black clergy collar instead of a white one.
Hi, I'm so sorry. We were just leaving.
The man looks around, and he gives a light chuckle.
I'm so sorry about this, young lady. Seems someone came in and vandalized the church. I was just getting ready to go call the cops. Are you sure there's nothing I can help you with?
Well,
Yes, we need to really use a phone. Do you have a phone we can use?
The camera turns quickly towards Jason. I can hear Sharmisa say something under her breath, but Jason just shakes his head at her.
Well, of course. There's no phone here, but we do have a landline next door. Please, follow me.
The man turns and goes towards the front door. It seems that Sharmisa is shuffling her feet and slowing down. I'm almost certain she's thinking about making a run for it. I don't think she believes the man's story, and neither do I. But I know she won't leave Jason. Jason, on the other hand, seems eager to follow the man. We go outside, and I see that we're walking to the right, which would be left of the building. When she turns around the corner, I see that there's a building, almost right behind the church. It has a billboard on the front that says Chica's Party World on it, and what looks to be a picture of a pizza and their main mascot.
Chica, huh? Looks more like a duck, don't you think?
seriously? Jason is obviously a chicken. You can't tell the difference between a duck and a chicken?
Jason shuts up pretty quickly, and no one is talking as they walk towards the black building. It is almost completely dark outside. Sharmisa's head turns towards the right, and we see what looks like to be in red or black, more graffiti. It says, "They can't get you if you look at them." We have now reached the CPW, and we see the priest pull out a key ring with lots of old antique-looking keys on it.
Thank you so much, sir.
No problem at all.
We walk down a hall and see all sorts of party decorations lining the walls. It looks like a kid's birthday party place.
Here we are. You guys go right on ahead and make the calls. I need to go to the supply closet and get some supplies to clean up some graffiti that someone sprayed on the back of the church.
Okay, great, sir. We won't be long.
The man turns to leave, but Jason calls out to him.
Oh, by the way, I didn't get your name. I'm Jason, and this is Charisma.
Charisma? Such a beautiful name. I'm Father Meisberger. I must be going now. God bless you all.
The man leaves, and as soon as he does, Sharmiza is talking to Jason in a hushed whisper as they enter the office.
What has gotten into you? Do you really believe him? Who is he, and what was that about? It was the same sentence we saw on the graffiti highway. I don't like this. Why did you tell him we needed to use a phone?
Jason is facing away, reaching for the landline, and replies back in a hushed whisper.
Look, I'm not sure if this guy's telling the truth or not, but we really need to get out of this town. We need to get back to the car. There's no way we can do that without help. I'd rather call the police and get help, instead of asking this guy if he has jumper cables and getting stuck in a vehicle alone with him. Also, I need to tell you something. Back at that house, I saw blood everywhere inside. I didn't want to freak you out. I'm sorry. I should have said something sooner.
Sharmiza starts to reply, but Jason cuts her off.
What the hell? There's no dial tone. Nothing.
As soon as he's done speaking, the lights cut off. Sharmiza had to have turned on the night mode on the GoPro, because now everything has a green tinge to it, and we can see Jason.
This isn't good. We need to get out of here, now.
We can start to hear sounds, like some kind of garbled static. The camera turns towards the sound, and we see... well, I'm not sure what it is. It looks like a metal skeleton, with pink and a white face and long white teeth. It's hanging from the ceiling. Also, it has two heads. What's even creepier is Samantha has described this thing to me before. She has had nightmares of the same kind of creature. All of a sudden, it screeches and lunges at Jason. Blood sprays everywhere, and some flecks of it splatter on the screen.
Charisma, go!
No, I can't leave you!
The camera is moving wildly back and forth, left to right.
Go, now! Go get help!
We see that Jason is trying to fight this thing off, but there is so much dark blood everywhere. Sharmiza takes off running.
Oh my god, what was that? I should have helped. I don't know what to do.
She's sobbing as she runs. I notice she runs by a doorway, and it looks like there's a huge bunny standing there. Sharmiza has run into the hallway, and it's a dead end. There are two doors. She runs to one and jiggles the handle, pounds on it 3 times, and no luck. She runs to the other door with the same result. The GoPro is shaking wildly. It slides up and down, and I realize Sharmiza had now taken it off. We see her for the first time in a while. Tears are streaming down her face.
I don't know what has happened here. I don't know who that man was or if Jason's okay. I should have stayed. I couldn't find the doorway out. If something happens to me, Nicole, I love you and Samantha so very much. I'm so sorry. Please, if you see this, tell Isaac he's the best friend ever. Do not come look for me. I know Samantha needs you. Isaac, I'm so glad you didn't come here with me. There's so much I want to say, and I know there's not enough time. That thing, it'll get me. I know it, and I have nowhere else to run.
She looks left.
Oh my gosh. I just saw a chicken. Was that Chica? I don't know. I have to keep looking. I have to...
The video cuts out here, and there's nothing else on it. I don't know what to think. I pray that Sharmiza is okay. What I need to do is find Isaac.